Sup guys, it's Stan Kosh, and today on GrabCoin Club we will be talking about something special. We'll be talking about the role and the value of NFT in the GameFi direction. The area which kind of explains you why NFTs are that valuable, why they exist and how do they work and why you would like to get them. Before we start, as always, some announcements. First one, everything that's said in this video is not a financial advice in any way. The NFT deals and trades are always a high-risk investment, so you want to make your own decisions when you're doing that. And the second one, whatever I will talk about the game mechanics here, it's still work in progress, so it might change as the time will go, so keep it in mind, guys. All right, so let's move on to the presentation, guys. There we go. Look at this. It's awesome. GrabCoin Club, the value of NFT in the GameFi direction. So let's move to the first slide straight away. What are the NFTs, guys? Like, this video will tell the people who are not really familiar with NFTs what are they and why do you guys want them and how they work, so you won't have that many questions, right? So NFTs can be of different types. Like, anything can be an NFT. NFT is basically a blockchain asset that's kind of linked to you, but you can link different type of metadata to the NFT. And in this case, in our case, most of the time, it's either the visual image or the video or something like that. In the game direction, it's some in-game asset or something like that. So what type of NFTs are available and what are the common types of NFTs? Let's put it more like that, because there can be way more than that, but those are most common. First one is art, basically the objects of art, the paintings, the digital art and that kind of stuff. Pretty straightforward. They can be quite valuable, quite expensive, because if someone familiar, popular and big people, when they release some stuff like that, like if Johnny Depp and I don't know, Madonna together will do a NFT collaboration, that will blow up because they're popular. So that's usually how most of things grow on the NFTs. In other ways, it's when there is some local hype to that. So, you gotta be very unique in order to be able to do that, to grow with the NFTs and that kind of stuff. Next one is collectibles. So for collectibles, we have different type of different digital arts that are being sold, and people want to get the collections or they buy it to sell it in the future. Another option is domain names. Now this one is interesting. I haven't knew about that one before I went to the OpenSea, because I thought the domain names are usually being sold by registrars, but some domain names are being sold as NFTs. That's actually pretty cool. That makes buying and selling domain names easier. So for example, if you want to sell a domain name, you can actually buy them using the market. That will be easier than contacting someone specifically and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Moreover, there are music, photography, and sports. That's pretty straightforward. That's work of art. And trading cards available as well. Trading cards is different from collectibles, because those are, like old good trading cards that you used back in the day of the, football players, that kind of stuff, baseball cards. They were pretty cool back in the day. This is like the modern way of doing that. Then we got the utility. Utility is a really wide area which can cover a lot of different aspects. So yeah, and then there are virtual worlds. Virtual worlds are what interested me the most, because they allow you to buy lands in the digital worlds, they allow you to buy digital assets in the game and that kind of stuff. So this is what's most fancy for me. By the way, guys, don't forget to ask your questions and let me know what's your favorite NFT type. Like, what do you think the most fancy one, and what are you looking most forward to? For now, we will move on because we got a lot to cover today. NFT in the gaming industry. Since we are talking about the gaming and GrabCoin Club here, we will be covering mostly the gaming aspect, because art is cool, yes, but we're here for the games. We're here for metaverse, so MetaMind, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we will actually focus on this. First way of being using those NFTs in the gaming industry is collecting. Oh yeah, I did. I thought that I forgot to change something. That would be horrible. It's collecting. So you can collect different type of things in the game. And if those things are NFT, I mean, you collected NFTs. Another option is the trading cards. We talked about that beforehand. So here you can see example of Sorare, where you got the cards of the actual soccer players here. So they are pretty popular and pretty expensive. Another one is utility. In our case, we got the NTP canisters by Toxic Schools Club. It can be either this, or it can be something like in-game abilities. So you can get in-game abilities as NFTs and like some ultimate, really powerful abilities. And you can sell them as NFTs and trade them between the players. That would be really cool. So for example, like teleport ability or something like that. That would be really nice. Another one is virtual worlds. So basically, yes, that's a Treeverse plots for us over here as an example. And yeah, virtual worlds are really popular right now because there are several NFT projects that are actually focused on the land distribution, virtual land distribution. And those are pretty cool because you got that feeling of owning something of your own in the digital world. Like, you know what I mean? That's pretty cool if you ask me. So, oh wow, that was double scroll. Nobody expected that. Why gaming NFTs are valued? Now, this is the main question, like why they are so expensive. Why some NFTs cost $1 million? Like, what the hell? Why some NFTs cost thousands of dollars for the goddamn picture? Come on, why? First of all, in the gaming, those NFTs have some function, some meaning. So, for example, NFT avatars are being used for authorization in games or the metaverse, and you can actually use them to do stuff. NFT artifacts and items are items in the game, in the world, that play an important role in it. So, those things can actually be used to do stuff in game and be more efficient than that. NFT capabilities, endow the owner with any additional properties. All right, those about the abilities that we talked about in the last slide. So if you get some NFT that will make your character ability to fly, for example, wouldn't you like to fly around the map? Of course you won't, but if that's an NFT, why the hell not? The next one is DAO. I don't know why it's Taya here, but it's DAO passes. I'm not sure about that. Like, this is a translation mistake, I think. DAO, let me see. I'm not sure. Or tapas. Oh, anyway, like, first of all, it can be a pass that unlocks different parts of the game or the map for you, like the key card. And NFT plots, I will talk about DAO a bit later, give you the ownership rights to virtual plots in the game worlds or metaverse. And guys, another one is DAO. So basically, decentralized autonomous organizations. They allow you to control the metaverse. If you are part of that, if you are a big part of that, you can actually make an influence. You can change the thing around. You can change the taxes. You can change the some game mechanics if you want to, if you vote for that. So that's actually pretty cool. That allows players to shape the world they play in. That's always pretty cool. Next one. Why do many gaming entities become more expensive and give X's? Now, this is about growth. Like, for example, for today, not example, but the virtual example that doesn't exist in the real world. If you buy an NFT that costs $5 right now, it can cost, I don't know, $5,000 in a few years forward, because those are X's. X's are like exponential growth, like multiplying by several times. So yeah, why it happens? First of all, the gaming community in the world is very large. There are NFT hunters who buy up NFTs of young projects for speculation. And with the growing popularity of the project, the cost of its NFT also increases. Lack of the NFT for use in the gameplay, for example, there are not enough power plants in the game or harvesters. So yeah, basically that's all of those things, and they they increase the demand. Let's talk about economics a little bit, really fast. They increase the demand for something that have really low and limited supply. So for example, in the games like GrabCoin Club, we have limited amount of NFTs. For example, fee hunters. We have 15,555 fee hunters, and if like we have 100,000 people who want to get them and play them, the price will rise because they will overbid each other. So fee hunter that costs $5, for example, will cost $50 because there are so many people who want to get them and they wish to pay more, and that's moving the supply demand point all the way towards the higher costs, higher price. So that will make stuff more expensive, guys, and that's how it grows. Basically, it's all about the supply, and supply is usually governed by those factors that we listed over here. All right, GrabCoin Club community, creating our own metaverse together. Now we're moving on to actual GrabCoin Club and the way how it works, the way what do we have here. This is an exciting project involving the metaverse MetaMind, a unique gaming territory that can expand indefinitely, thanks to blockchain technology and game mechanics. So because of this, it can grow, it can release more sections of the game as needed, but for now, the plans are for 1 galaxy, 5 stars, and 25 planets. That's a lot, guys. Like 25 planets that is divided into the sectors. And those sectors can be bought and sold. How do you like that? I think it's pretty cool that the fact that you can buy a piece of the virtual land that you can use later on. And as the game will grow, those will be in the higher demand because more people want it and the supply is limited. So yes, it will cost more. Most likely. We can't guarantee anything anywhere, right? So, this is how GrabCoin Club is growing. Basically, we already have the 3D areas, 3D generated images of the plots, by the way. That's actually pretty new. I haven't sold those before. That's nice. All right. Now, game mechanics of the metaverse MetaMind. This is important, guys. This is very important. That means how the game works. Play to earn. Earn a GC token during the gameplay for the possibilities of exchange and implementation of the market. So while you're playing the game, when you get in the stuff in the game, like the whatever, the loot, the resources, whatever you get, you can sell it later, right, for the GC tokens. And the GC tokens instead can be traded for Ethereum, for example. And Ethereum can be traded for real money, for fiat, whatever the country you're in, for real money. Or you can buy stuff with Ethereum. I mean, there are a lot of options. And the fact that like the game currency is linked to the actual cryptocurrency, to the coins, and it can be moved away from the game to the real world if you want to, that is really fantastic, guys. And that allows you to gain stuff, to gain real stuff while playing the game. I mean, isn't that fantastic? I think it's pretty cool. The second mechanic is own to earn. Now, this one is close to the previous one, but a little bit different. You become a crypto investor by purchasing land plots, gaming facilities. Gaming facilities? Huh, that's interesting. Transport, real estate, and basically any NFT in the game. When you purchase an NFT in the game, you will get a staking ability that allows you to get the passive income, annual income, by the fact that you own the stuff in the game. So basically, when you get NFT and it's on your MetaMask wallet or the second wallet that you can log in with, you will become the investor and you will start gaining that income. Now, that's not the only thing you can do with your stuff in order to own to earn. Other than that, you get ready. You can rent it. So if you don't want to play with something, if you don't want to work with the factory, but you got it, you can rent it away, and the one who rents it will pay you for that, and you will get additional source of the income. How do you like that? I think that's pretty cool. That's really nice. And those options are fantastic. I mean, back in the day when I was playing the games, you know, the whatever, I was dreaming about the ability to get the in-game currency out in the real world, but no, that was First of all, that was against the game rules. And here it's totally legit, so that's really, really nice. And now that dream comes true. There. Next ability, next metaverse mechanics is team up to earn. Teaming up with users in teams or guilds to increase income from collective play. What does it mean? That means that together you will be able to do more than alone. That's usually the case in most of the scenarios and most of the games. So when you are grouping up together with friends, that's why I told you guys to go into the wishlist together with the friends. Together you can benefit more from the stuff that you have, because some of you might have the power plant, some of you might have the factory, some of you might work with the fighting and that kind of stuff. So the specialization usually rewards for itself. So together you can earn so much more than playing by yourself, and probably there will be some guild mechanics involved. So your guild can own buildings, and like together it will be better. I think that will be the case. Now, bam, the collections of NFT that are released already. We already talked about the staking, and those are the NFT collections of the NFT stuff that was released by GrabCoin Club that can earn you passive income and that you can use in-game. First NFT collection is GrabCoin Club Fee Hunters. Those are your NFT avatars with different basic characteristics and the ability to upgrade. Total is 15,555 NFTs with 15 ranks, 15 tiers. Basically, the higher the tier, the stronger the NFT avatar is. The more abilities it will have, the higher will be the stats, and the higher will be your staking, by the way. So if you really wish to become someone like really powerful in the game, to be the strongest one, if you really want to get a top spot, you would like to get a top tier avatar, because those top tier avatars will be stronger. Obviously, like if you don't want to invest that much, if you don't want to pay that much money, you can start with something like cheap, something like a low tier, like tier 1 avatar, right? And after that you can earn in-game currency and upgrade as you go. So you can change your tier 1 avatar to tier 2 avatar and so on, and you can grow and get stronger as you go. That's another opportunity for you that you can do. I think that's pretty cool. Now, second NFT collection of GrabCoin Club is artifacts. Those are virtual lands, transport equipment, objects of the game world, real estate. Basically the stuff that circulates inside of this world that you use to produce, to move, to build, to refine resources, and some of the weapons and the gear, and the pets as well. So those things will help your NFT avatar to be stronger, to be more efficient. And those things also works with the staking, so you can get any of those NFTs for you. Now, NFT avatars, heroes, metaverse, metamind. What do they do? Like, what's the concepts of the avatars? What the NFT concepts are integrated in the game? First one is GC token. Basically, that's the currency. We talked about that already. Fee Hunters participates in any game that exists in Metamind, performs tasks, receives rewards in the game and stuff. And that will allow you to get the GC tokens that you can trade later on and get the real money. I mean, I can't stress hard enough how cool is that you can actually get real money by playing the game. That's really cool. Second one is staking. I told about that one already as well. Basically, Fee Hunter is part of the economy of the metaverse Metamind. After a mint, your Fee Hunter automatically switches to staking and brings passive income to its owner. So you can own those NFT avatars and get the passive income just for owning them, right? And that will give you ability to get the passive income. But since you'll be playing, that will be even higher. I think it's pretty cool. Next one is DAO. DAO is basically the ability to shape the world rules, right? To shape the rules of the world where we're playing, to change the taxes, to change the rules, that kind of stuff. And for that, avatars from 10th to 15th generation have a special priority in the mechanics of the DAO project. The owners can influence the internal economy of the metaverse and manage DAO objects. So that will allow you to do that. And I mean, the fact that the more expensive avatars affected more, is fair, because if you invested more into the game, you will have more control over what will be happening in there, right? All right, so what do we have here? Second NFT collection of GrabCoin Club artifacts. We got the whitelist for it recently finished. Now the rewards are moving towards the owners. And what do we have here? We have the virtual lands, transport, equipment, real estate. All these are not interchangeable tokens, NFT objects of the game world. NFT objects are of great value in MetaMine. They are the private property of the player. With them, you will be able to influence the economy, extract resources, manage guilds, move between planets, improve the characteristics of your fee hunter, and much, much more. So with the second collection, you get the ability to present in the world not only by your avatar, but by your building, by your spaceship, by plots of the lands. So you can get piece of this universe just for yourself. How cool is that? I like it. Now let's talk about advantages of NFT owner. So if you own one of the NFTs, whatever it is, fee hunter, weapon, building, anything, you will get access to all those things. Sorry guys, it's way too hot in here. First one is access to the MetaMind virtual universe. That will allow you to log in, to play and do all that stuff. That's pretty straightforward. Second is staking. We already talked about that. That's the passive income over the time. So when you own that stuff, you can actually, when you own NFT, you will actually get passive income over the time. That's pretty cool. Third one is making a profit in the GC game token. As I said, you play the game, you generate in-game currency by different means, by playing the game, by doing the quest, and then that currency can be actually moved to the real world, which is fantastic as well. Number 4, automatic participation in airdrops and whitelists. What does it mean? That means that as long as you have one NFT, at least one NFT avatar, you will be able to take part in all those whitelists and airdrops that will be happening automatically. You don't need to register anymore. You don't need to do all those tasks. You don't need to do anything. You already get there by default. So I think it's pretty cool as well, because that gives you the chance to win extra rewards just by being part of the universe, just by being the part of the metaverse. Really nice. Number 5 is arbitration of NFT marketplaces. So basically you can buy and trade stuff, so get the liquidity for the market and get your share of that income for yourself. This is more like a work, but the ability to have that is pretty cool. Number 6, delivery of NFT avatars for rent. You can actually rent out your fee hunters, your factories, your land, whatever you have to other people for money. So you will get the passive income. Why the hell not? Number 7, participation in the DAO and receiving bonuses from its profits. So you don't only take part in shaping the world, you also get the part of that profit for yourself. I think it's really fantastic. Getting part of that income for you. Cool. Now, the number 8, which is really unexpected but pretty cool. You can get a loan that is secured by NFT. If you need money, you can actually borrow it from the platform by securing it with NFT instead of the real loans that you gotta go to the bank and get the permissions and get through the financial control and that kind of stuff. Here, if you have the NFTs, you can use them as a leverage and get the actual loan. I think it's pretty cool, and that's the future right here, guys. You don't need to do that stuff. If you have the NFTs, you can do that. Collateral right here. Awesome. Okay, now this one is really important. By the way, Stan, Kate left a spicy question for you on the Ask Stan Kosh channel. Yeah, I will get to that when we will go through the presentation and we will move on to the questions. If you guys have any extra questions, feel free to shoot them away, ask them away right here or in the Discord, wherever you feel more comfortable. So, this is an important slide. Here we got the standard stages of the rise in price of NFT gaming projects. So this is when the price kind of bumps up rises and sometimes skyrockets. So, you know. First thing is the appearance of the project on the secondary markets like OpenSea and others. We already have the GrabCoin Club on the OpenSea. There is a check mark that's done. And the fact that you can buy and sell it is already pretty cool because that gives you some basic level of trust with the company. And that's pretty cool. Second step is publishing smart contracts of the project on GitHub and GitLab. That allows other people to actually, you know, see the contract, that they are safe, that they are good, check out the code, that kind of stuff. That's technical stuff, but that's important. Then we get the audit of smart contracts of the project. Now, this is still in process and expected to be done in September, which is actually pretty soon. And that will allow smart contracts to be audited, and that means that they will be checked by reliable people, and that means that they are safe to use. Let's put it like that. That they are safe, that they are good, secure, and you don't risk anything with that contract. The next one is project registration on Skynet and KYC from Certic. Now, this is an important step. It's in the process, expected in September. Why? Because project registration on those platforms is important for other people. That kind of shows that your project was already checked, double-checked, triple-checked by the employees of that project. And when they posted there, that means that it already got approval of those networks, of those platforms. And that means that from that moment, the hunters for NFT will start going straight for those projects, because if they are posted there, then they will start taking a serious look into the actual game mechanics, future of the project, prices, growth, all that stuff, and then the demand will go up really a lot. So I'm waiting for that moment actually. Then we got the project's own token. It's awaiting for deployment. GC token is ready. Basically, to deploy it, you need to go through the process of checking it as well. But I think right now we are in a good state because the token itself is ready. So now it's going through the moderation process. Let's put it like that. After that, there will be publishing of white paper project on JITbook. It will be done in September as well. So most of those steps will be done in September. So I can't wait to get there because that will boost the project by so much. That will boost our viewers here. That will boost the people in the Discord. So now we are kind of low key. You know, we are there, but we are, you know, keeping our state. But when this will happen, oh man, that will do a crazy rush. So whatever is happening right now, it's really at the low scale in comparison to what will be happening later. All right, next one is project token output to IPO IDO. That's basically the release of the project of the token to the decentralized market where it can be traded with other currencies. And when it will happen, you will be able to trade your GC tokens to other currencies like Ethereum or whatever you want, and yeah, get it out in the real world. It is planned for the end of 2022, so pretty close, to be honest, like just a few months left. And after that, there will be a launch of the MVP project, the Pilot Planet. That means that the basic game version ready for release will be there, and I know we all are waiting for this. It is planned for the end of 2022, beginning of 2023, so it's really close. Closer to the Christmas, New Year, something like that. And at that moment, when you will be able to actually play the game, to go into the world and see how it works, how it looks, depending on how good the release will be, it will either grow the game or it will skyrocket it. Because from what I hear about this game, oh man, it will go to the skies. To the moon. I remember there was a to the moon phrase in the crypto world. So yeah, those are the steps. And as you can see, like 1/3, yeah, I think about 1/3 of all the steps is completed, even more. So the project is developing at its pace, whatever was planned. So it's all good and it's working. And closer to the end of the year, I think the prices will go up as well. So you gotta be mindful about that. There we go. The presentation is over. GrabCoin Club, connecting people to life in high resolution. Meet me in the metaverse. Guys, this was a really good presentation because that allowed us to learn about NFTs. If you got any more questions about NFTs or something like that, don't forget to write them right here in the chat so I can answer them. And for now, we got some of the questions in Discord, in the Ask Stan Kosh channel. Let's go there and check it out. All right, so give me a second to get there. Ask Stan Kosh, there we go. So, Kate the editor, wow, it all sounds pretty cool. I'd like to hear from Stan one interesting fact about his childhood. Did you love playing computer games as a child? Yeah, some personal information. I'm really close person myself. I don't really talk about myself too much. I have the, digital agenda like Stan Kosh you see over here, and my real personality is a little bit different. But okay, guys, I'll open up for you a little bit. So yeah, I actually moved a lot during the childhood, so that made me more resilient and more adaptable. And actually, I've been in many places, and I played the game since a very young age. I think I was like 6 or 7. I'm not sure, 6 or 7 years old when I got my first Dendy, that is like a Russian variant of Nintendo, or maybe Chinese variant of Nintendo. I'm not sure, but we got that console, the first one, the really fun one, where you could play Mario, where you can play Battle City, where you can play, what else, Tetris, like those kind of games which are really cool. I still love those classical games even now. And that's when I started playing the games. And then when I was like 9, parents got me the first PC. That was really old. That was before the Pentiums, before Intel stuff, before all that. And yeah, that's when my path started. I learned English by playing the games with a dictionary, So I didn't actually got like whatever a tutor for English. Didn't learn for it specifically. It was just a side effect of playing games. Pretty cool. So yeah, I really liked playing games when I was a kid, and honestly, I still love to play them right now. I'm like 36, I think. I'm not sure about my age, guys. And I'm still playing games. And yeah, I don't have that much time to do that right now because editing videos takes a while and that kind of stuff. But I'd love to play them more. So it's a really cool stuff. The games helped me a lot they shaped my personality because they made me analyze things more, because I played mostly strategy games or RPG. They're games where you have to think, more than just act. And I was always pretty horrible in the games that require high reaction speed, like shooters, that kind of stuff. So I usually play shooters that require single player or co-op. I don't like competitive because I am being totally destroyed there. So something like Fortnite, PUBG, all that stuff, competitive gameplay, Apex, no way. I'm just being destroyed there, and I don't like that feeling. So yeah, thanks for a personal story. I'm also 36. That's pretty cool, guys. I like that you like my story. Then we had another questions in the Russian channel as well. So we got some over here. Let's see. Yeah. So the question is, I'll try to translate it as good as I can. Are all NFT owners in GrabCoin Club getting their percentage for owning the NFT? How does it work? So Slova is actually asking about the staking here, and he's asking, or she, I don't know, asking if everyone who owns NFT will get the staking. Yes, everybody who owns NFT of GrabCoin Club and they have it on their wallet, on the MetaMask wallet or wherever, they will get the staking bonuses. I actually got an approval from the team today right before the stream that it works like that. So anyone who have the NFTs will get that staking bonuses and all those bonuses that are over here as well. So a lot of bonuses for the owners of the NFT. I'm really hyped about all that stuff, guys. Really, really. You don't see that, but I am. All right, another question. Personal question. What project feature you like the most about the GrabCoin Club as a gamer? All right, so that's a good question and that's an interesting question. Honestly, what I like the most about the GrabCoin Club project with the MetaMind Metaverse is the fact that you can play this game and earn money. Like, that was my dream back in the day when I played World of Warcraft the first time. When I played all of those MMORPGs, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, maybe more. I don't remember when it all started. But yeah, when you play those MMORPG games, you kind of delve into this world. You live in those digital worlds because you play it for like 5 hours a day, 10 hours a day for Lineage 2. And oh my god, that was good times. But yeah, it requires a lot of time, and you kind of have friends that are in the virtual world that you kind of talk to more than with your real friends and that kind of stuff. And the fact that the stuff that you earn there cannot be moved out into the real world was really sad. You could actually sell your gold from World of Warcraft to the traders. That was unofficial. Your account could be banned and that kind of stuff. But with the GrabCoin Club, it's not the case anymore, because the game is positioned like the position of the game that it has some MMORPG elements, and you can actually sell your in-game stuff for the real money. You can move your GC tokens out and buy yourself a drink with it, or maybe a flat, or maybe a house, or maybe a plane. That depends on how many of those GC tokens you have. So the fact that you can use in-game currency in the real world is my favorite feature. And the second favorite feature is that this game is actually more about the gameplay than other games I've seen, because I've seen other NFT projects, right? And they are pretty basic. Like, the mechanics there is not that complex. It's so simple. Like, there are two 2D characters that are fighting like this, and then bam, one death, you win, congratulations. That's it. That sucks. Here we got the 3D world with the space, with the buildings, with the stuff. Pretty complex. I really like that. And yeah, I think this is one of the best features about the game. I really hope that when the game will be released, there will be more and more features implemented, and it will live up to its hype, and we will actually get the really great MMORPG in the NFT world, on the blockchain. That would be fantastic. Okay, so do we have more questions? No. Okay, no more questions. We got the questions from Sergey about how to connect MetaMask to the website, but we have the video for that. We got the video instruction for that. All right, and yeah, so no more questions. Let me check the Discord channel. Any questions here? Spicy question. Good. So yeah, I answered all your questions, and before I end the stream, guys, I want you to do a few things. First of all, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. So the more subscribers we have, the more content there will be. Like this video and join all the social networks of the GrabCoin Club. The link will be somewhere around here in the chat and down below the video in the video description. So I advise you guys to join all of those so you won't miss anything. That's really important, mostly for you guys. Honestly, guys, you won't regret it. And yeah, the second thing I want to tell you that GrabCoin Club is doing one of the options right now to earn money. So if you are active on the social media, in any social media of GrabCoin Club, and if you will be one of the top 5 most active people, you will get 50 USD on your wallet prize from the GrabCoin Club. So I think that's pretty cool. The fact that you can be active on the social media and get the real money for that on your wallet. That will be fantastic, guys. So that's the second thing I wanted to tell you. Other than that, guys, I am really grateful for you for being here. I hope you like this stream. I really like talking with you about that, and I hope that on the next week we will get even more interesting topic. Yeah, join the Discord. We'll talk there, and that's a nice place to be. Thank you very much for watching, guys. That's about it for now. Kosh out. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.